This is Mayor Brad West from the city of Port Coquitlam, and you're in the chat room at Tyrant Studios.
We welcome you back to the chat room at Tyrant Studios.
Coming to you high above the legendary penthouse in downtown Vancouver.
And we are proudly presented by Neighbors Restaurant and Pizza House at 35th and Victoria Drive. Great food, great friends, great neighbors. Check them out. They are our official catering sponsor.
Darn good.
Darn good.
Yeah.
I'm Joe Larry, along with Hall of Famer Danny Filippone and political wannabe Aaron Chapman. And it's important to note that because our next guest
one must have to learn
is
from the
somebody
best,
who I think set the bar for what a politician should be.
Yes.
This is his second visit to the chat room. Port Coquitlam Mayor Brad West.
There we go.
Welcome.
Brad.
Thank you for having me, guys. Sorry, Mayor Sim couldn't be here, but I'm happy to. There we go. There we go.
So, are you working on an MLB franchise for Poco as well?
Absolutely. We're going to be announcing that shortly. It's going to be very big.
Wouldn't that be funny if you decided to have a little mayor war and
Well, Subway series. Yeah, I would like that. Yeah.
Well, Poco knows how to show up.
So
Yeah.
the last time you were here, I implanted a suggestion. I don't believe you followed it. I said, if you really want to put Poco on the map, not that it's not, become the first location of an In-N-Out burger franchise in Canada.
Yeah.
Boom.
Work on it, please. man, please.
I hate to disappoint. I am working on it. We have quite a few,
Yeah.
of the fast food meccas, but
Yeah.
we'll work on that one.
Yeah.
So, Brad, I was watching some of your recent interviews and you're always rightfully so in the news, and I can't help but think you advocate so much. I know it sounds sort of corny, but you do for the people. At the end of the day, I think one of your biggest platforms is you're concerned that the politicians aren't listening to the people. And, for example, on that little thing about potholes.
Yes, sir.
You always talk about potholes. Maybe you can explain a little, because I think you're bang on your idea.
Yeah, so it's interesting, right? Because I think the normal way that most cities deal with something like potholes
Simple.
is, they wait for you to hit one. It wrecks your car. You phone and complain to City Hall.
Takes
and,
2 years.
and maybe they'll go and fix it, in a few years.
Yeah.
And I said to our staff one day, can we be proactive? Imagine that. Can we actually have our crew go all over the city, identify every single pothole, and then in a couple of days, just repair them, repair them all? And they're like, yeah, I think we can do that, Mayor West. I'm like, perfect, let's do that. I mean, it's so simple, but I get so much feedback on that because it's about what the city should be doing, which is like delivering the core service that people send their tax dollars to City Hall for. And, not everything has to be rocket surgery, as they say, right? Yeah. Some stuff, it's just simple. We have a job to do, go do it. And it's been really well received.
Because we as people who live in the city, we don't have time for that stuff. That's not up to us.
Yeah.
I mean, we pay for it, but really it's people like you who sort of get it together and figure it out. And that's the difference, right?
Yeah. No, that's our job. And, I appreciate you saying that. I have tried to always stay very connected to the ground, to the reality that people are living. I do think that in politics, it's really easy when you get elected to just, get surrounded by people who are kind of like the political hangers-on, and they want to tell you how great you are. And
we have those at nightclubs.
I'm sure I think they're just about everywhere.
Yeah.
Some of the dancers here tell me how great I am, as a matter of fact.
Yeah. But, it's really easy for people to start drinking their own bath water. And fortunately, I have a wife and a family and friends who will never let that happen when it comes to me.
Brad, I've always wondered, I drive around the city of Vancouver a lot, and I see something like a corner store that's got a really disgustingly dirty canopy or something like that.
Yeah.
It pisses me off just driving down the street. I just think it's an eyesore. I know that if your lawn has grown out of control, the city can step in.
Yeah.
If I was ever to run for council, and God hope I don't, but if I ever was, would I be considered the angry old guy if I brought stuff like that up? Because I think that there's a certain thing about pride in your community and keeping it respectful and keeping it looking good.
I think, hey, I would vote for that platform. The city does have a huge role to play in instilling civic pride in people, and I think we do it really well in Port Coquitlam. People are proud to be from Poco. And part of what we've done over the last couple of years is really upped our game in the look and feel of the city. We actually have, again, a city crew, something that we didn't used to do. We have a city crew who goes to a different part of the city every day of the week and they just pick up litter. They pick up litter. If they identify graffiti, if they identify stuff that's someone's dumped a bunch of crap or whatever, they report it. So we clean that up. And again, it's basic stuff. But I think it's about instilling civic pride in the community. When people feel good about the place that they live, good things will happen. And I also think everyone then kind of ups their game as well. And so I think that's just a huge part of bringing energy and vibrancy to a community.
Now, I want to deflect this towards Aaron Chapman, who is running for council or wants to be on council here in Vancouver. What did you have a previous life before you became Mayor Brad West?
Well, I was actually on city council before.
That's your start, Chapman.
Made that leap,
Yeah, before I was elected mayor.
So what advice would you offer to somebody that cares about their city and realizes that there's issues that need to be addressed and wants to go forward because you're not doing it for the money? Let's face it, Chappie. You're not in it for the dough.
I make more money with the books that I've written. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So what advice would you offer Aaron Chapman as he pursues a political career?
Well, I think the most important thing, and I know this about him, and by the way, he would make one hell of a city council.
There you go.
Someone who knows a bit about what it takes to do that job. I think you got to stay authentic in who you are. I see a lot of elected officials who it becomes pretty apparent that they don't have a real understanding of who they are and why they're doing this. And when you don't have that, it's very easy to be pulled off course in 100 different directions, because when you're in these positions, you do get people coming at you from all sides, and there's a million different ideas out there, and you should be doing this, no, you should be doing that. So having a real core sense of who you are and why you're doing this and what you want to accomplish, I think is really, really key. And I know that about you, and that you're going to be an authentic guy who just lives and breathes the city of Vancouver.
Yeah.
And also to just not get kind of sucked into the status quo in the system. It sometimes you just have to be willing to push the envelope, roll the dice a little bit, take some risk. I mean, I've been told 100 different times by city bureaucrats, no, we can't do that. I'm like, well, guess what?
We're doing this.
Strap yourself in because we're going to do it, and we'll see how it goes.
I've told this story before, but in my other life, I do a beer podcast, and North Paw Brewing in Port Coquitlam opened its doors, and they were immediately told to slice their capacity in half on opening day, after jumping through all the hurdles and red tape that they needed to go through. And Brad, I believe at this point you were just appointed mayor.
I was just getting elected. Just been elected, yeah.
And you happened to walk in there and you were told this, and you went, well, why is that? It's just because that's just the way it is. And you decided, well, this is wrong. That's wrong. And you changed it. Like, that to me is a proactive mayor. Like, if you see something that you know fundamentally makes no sense, screw it. Let's change it. And where you really shine. We had a very mild winter this year, but where you really shine is when you're in the plows during point of view shooting, when the plows are Coquitlam, here's where we are now. Yeah. That's where you really shine.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's important in this role to be hands-on, to be out in the community, not cloister yourself up in your office and just rely upon staff to tell you what's going on. You need to go and see it for yourself. You need to talk to people on the ground who are dealing with the reality of the decisions that you're making. That's how you make a better decision.
Are you planning on being involved in FIFA? I know it's not. I mean, in some respect, and how would you guys be involved in FIFA? Are you having some event parties out there?
Yeah, we're going to do a bunch of events. We're teaming up with Poco Soccer Association.
Sure.
We're actually just in the midst of a construction of a really fantastic new soccer hub in the community.
New pickleball, if I'm
I saw
correct, right?
Pickleball as well.
Don't
Can't step on the pickleball.
Boy, that's a touchy subject, right?
Well, we found a great location for it. It's in the back of a parking lot.
I love it. All the clacking you want, right?
That's right.
So I'm curious, is there a municipal mayor's group chat that goes around?
Oh, yeah.
Are you in touch with all of the mayors?
In different ways. I mean, we're not all in the same chat.
Of course. Yeah.
But yes, I see them regularly.
And do you often share the same complaints and praise and stuff, or do you all have different issues?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of similarities. I mean, no doubt a big city like Vancouver is going to have a complexity to some challenges that we may not have in Port Coquitlam, but I think a lot of the same principles apply. And so, there's regular discussions and comparing notes. And things like that.
Are you in chats, chap?
I think we follow each other on Instagram or Facebook
We do,
or
yeah.
those things like that. But it's interesting to see, when you say that, because obviously Vancouver and Coquitlam are two different cities, but there's some things that even I'm thinking like Bill 44, where a lot of municipalities have come out, together and said a one-size-fits-all approach isn't going to necessarily work. And that, I think that was said as much in Vancouver, which is a bill about, how would you sum it up, Brad? You probably even sum it up quicker than I can.
Well, basically, it overhauls all of the city's existing land use and neighborhood planning. And really, in our concern is it takes decisions that I think are best made locally and has them made by a bureaucrat in Victoria, which you can guess how that's going to go.
Yeah.
So on a good note here, so the Canucks, we're done with that. And,
Yes.
and now with the
Going to the Warriors game tonight, though.
There you go, right? Another hot ticket in town, right?
Yeah.
But the BC Lions are getting all geared up. They're getting geared up for their season, so we're excited about that. We just had Nathan Rourke on.
Nice.
And I know you guys are all close out there, and
Absolutely.
really excited.
So I'm going to leave you with this thought starter, Brad.
Okay.
In-N-Out Burger is still hopefully in the works.
Joke.
I think a Major League
Shit,
Baseball,
I got to get on that.
a Major League Baseball franchise, call them the Port Coquitlam Pioneers.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just think about it. Just think
I-
about it.
I
That's all
know.
I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. You know what? It's a good mayor starts with a good person, and it starts with somebody that cares about their community, and you embody that. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
God.
Brad.
I've been in the front row of the class. I'm listening to Yoda. I'm young Anakin here. I love it.